it's me, Renee. I'm back. So today I'm here for the Queer Blackathon wrap up. So Queer Blackathon was last weekend. I'll put the dates down below in doobly-doo. It was a queer version of the Blackathon. So the point was to read black authors that are queer. So it could be a black book. A book about a queer person, or it could simply be by a queer person that's black. I had all the ambitions, well, some ambitions anyway. I had planned to maybe read like 4 or 5 books. Yeah, I finished one book, DNF'd one book, and started one book. Well, I suppose I started 2 books, so yeah. So, firstly, I started and tried to read, well, listen to, I'm just gonna say read because it's easier and more practical. I tried to read The Deep by River Solomons. Everybody and the mom has been saying how this book is so good. They have only been praising it. No one has said it's bad or not good. They've all been saying how amazing it is. So of course, I thought, I should try this book out. And of course, also it interested me. So the summary or the idea behind the book, the basis of the book, the story. It's not a book. It's a more novella. Well, novella book. But anyway, the basis on it is that when the slaves were taken from Africa to the United States or Americas, some of the women jumped on board. So instead of being slaves, they kind of run away, and then instead of dying, they turn into mermaids. So it's quite fun, really. And so this is based on that, and then it's set in modern day, but it's based on like mermaids that are black, that are descendants of slaves or would-be slaves. So I love that premise. I love that premise. But turns out the story itself, or I suppose more like the writing style, I didn't like it at all. I couldn't really get attached to any of the characters. I had it on audiobook, and even though I had it on audiobook and it's just 4 hours, yeah, 4 hours, I still sometimes if you want to read a book and maybe you get an audiobook and the audiobook makes it more better than reading it. Like the narrator does a great job. In my opinion, it didn't really do that here. And also, yeah, as I said, the writing style. I didn't care for it at all. I didn't feel connected to any of the characters. I just felt like all the time while I was listening to it, I just kept on thinking of other stuff than the book, and that's really a good sign. And also, when I concentrated, it was just the protagonist being sad and being weighed down by trauma. I suppose in the summary, like if you look closer to the summary, it says like the book is traumatic. It has the theme of traumatic, like being trauma and being traumatized. And then really, I didn't catch that side of the story, so yeah. I usually like more whimsical and more lighter and fun stories. I suppose this might have been fun later on, but like so far that I got, it wasn't that much fun really. So I listened to, I suppose maybe like 5%, 10% maybe. I listened to 1 hour and a few minutes, and I couldn't be bothered. So I just decided it wasn't for me, and I DNF'd it. If I'll be trying other books by River Solomons, I'm not sure, because like if you don't like the writing style, you probably won't read other stuff by the author. I suppose sometimes authors might involve, so might be. So yeah. Other than that, after that, I read a bit in Meet Cute. I don't have it here because Meet Cute is an anthology. It doesn't really matter if it's an anthology, but yeah, it's an anthology with some queer, with some black authors and some white authors. And yeah, I ended up kind of more or less reading all of it that weekend. Honestly, though, that anthology is just. It wasn't that good. Like, maybe 3 of the stories were entertaining and really good and rememberable. Most of them were just so forgettable and just like, what? I suppose, yeah, I did skip 2 because they were written in a way that I didn't like. But even the ones I read, it was like, really? Really? an editor approved the story, approved this amazingly boring story, uninteresting story. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, anthologies can be hit and miss, and often some of them you don't like, some of the stories you don't like. With me, I mostly either loved all the stories or enjoyed some and loved others. This was the first one when it was just such a hit for me. I just did not enjoy it really. So yeah, I don't have it here because I forgot it in a way at my sister's. Yeah, also at my sister's last weekend. So that one will probably just go to charity. I don't really want to waste more of my time or my space on it. So yeah, but yeah, I ended up finishing it because it wasn't really like that long. It was like 250 pages. So I thought like I'll just finish it. And also because I was at my sister's most of the weekend, I was spending like being social and stuff, so I didn't read that much. But yeah, so the little time I did read, I kind of wanted to read something that's easy, and even though they weren't good, they were easy to read. So yeah, I finished that one. I listened a bit to Black Enough by various authors, and it's edited by E.B. Soboy. It's a collection of anthology by Black authors. Obviously, not obviously, but yeah, it is. And it's for YA audience, and it's about just the Black experience. Some of them are like racism, and some of them are about just being Black and being young. So it's a big difference there, really. And that one I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed. I haven't had technically have finished it. I haven't finished it. I'm still listening to it. But yeah, that one, most of the stories I really have enjoyed. Some I end up skipping, but most of them I really enjoyed. So yeah, that's really good. It gives you a good insight into all the varieties of being Black, and yeah, it's really good for me as a white person to get a whole spectrum really of it. And yeah, I really enjoy it. Highly recommend it. Well, thumbs up. Seems so old style cheesy, but yeah. And then lastly, I ended up listening to Once Ghosted, Twice Shy by Alyssa Cole. It's a novella in the Reluctant Royal series. It's set around, again, names. It's set around, it's based with a love story to, can't for life of me remember, but it's the assistant um, of there are many words. It's assistant to Prince of Tesolos, the Prince of Tesola. His assistant has a love story, and it's a lesbian love story. And so she is from Tesolo, and the love interest is from, well, uh, her childhood. No, her family is from Haiti. So you have like both those aspects there. So you have some friends aspect to it, and it's just has a lot of family aspects to it, and I love the romance in it. I suppose you kind of have to in a romance story. And yeah, that one I really enjoyed. It was just like 2 hours, but still 2 very wonderful hours. I really enjoyed it. Very wonderful, wholesome, and nice. Really recommend it. I'm doing all the thumbs up today. I have no idea why I'm doing it, but okay. So, and yeah, that was the last book that I finished on Sunday. So yeah, instead of, well, sorry, I also started Kings, Queens, and Beauty, Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens by Tanya Bachao. Bachao, sorry, probably butchered that name. But yeah, I started, didn't listen to that much of it, but I did enjoy it. But I said I didn't have that much time for the week, that weekend. But yeah, I started, and I enjoyed what I got out of it. And other than that, yeah, that's what I read that weekend. Other than that, I had a nice time with my sister and her family. No, don't know why I told that to you, but I suppose now you know. And yeah, so that's my queer Blackathon experience, and I'll definitely going to be doing it in the future. And yeah, I'll link the host in a doobly-doo, and I'll see you later.